So, welcome to the first day postprandial session. That is, in this session we are going to have more of a ritual sort of a thing. It is called as white coat ceremony. Half of the process have started in the initial part, that is in the director's address itself. So we are going to have a proper orientation to the ceremony and also to the basis or the history of the white coat ceremony over here, along with the donning of white coat for the rest of the students. Okay, so before going into the session, I just want to begin with the quote. Okay, so can anyone read this quote for me? Can anyone read this quote? To be a doctor then means much more than to dispense pills or to patch up or repair torn flesh and shattered minds. To be a doctor is an intermediary between man and God. Okay, this is a quote which has been taken from the famous verse in To Be a Doctor. Okay, so what does this really mean? What does this really mean? I don't want a verbatim to verbatim transcription for this, but I want what you can understand from this particular passage. Anyone? Anyone want to say your own version of this passage? Okay, so we will discuss more things and then we will come back to this verse. But before this thing, the being a doctor is a professional which has much more relevance to a public or to a human being than other professionals. Why? Because they are coming to us at the time of vulnerability. Regarding other professions, the people won't go at the time of a crisis or at the time of a vulnerability with the request to save his or her life. But when a patient or a normal person meets a doctor, they come with the vulnerability associated with him or her. So, we are in a role. We may not be directly influencing the fate which is being associated with their life, but we are in a process whereby we communicate the fate to them, or we determine the fate and analyze the fate and then say whether it is a problem which is solvable one or whether it is a problem which cannot be solved, whether it is a very lethal one or whether it is a insignificant one, whether this will be cured in a few days or few weeks or whether it will be taking years and years for getting cured, whether this has a easy medication or whether it has a costly medication which is not available over here. So, this process of communication, or in other words, communicating the fate of a person to either himself or herself or to their relatives, is a very crucial process. That is why we are one step ahead of other peer professionals. Okay, and that is why this entire aspect, or like there is being more weightage which is given to the healthcare profession compared to other professions of the world. Okay, in real practice we can divide the entire profession into three zones. Number one, those who perceive the healthcare profession only in terms of a job or a career. Yes, there are significant amount of people, doctors, who consider the healthcare profession by mere meaning of a job or a career. They work because it is giving them pay, and they work for a better lifestyle, for the settlement of themselves and also their family. Second level is there, that is abiding by the traits of professionalism. How a job is different from a professional, that to professionalism? Anyone? What do you mean by a job and what do you mean by profession? We are not calling all the work as a profession indeed, or we are not calling all the people who have a job as a professional. So we are designating a professional as a distinct subpopulation of those who are doing a job. But what is the real difference? You can say whatever you feel. It's an interactive session. It's for your like what? It's a mutual interaction. It should not be a one-way transfer of information. If it is right or wrong, it doesn't matter. It's a learning process only. What is the difference between a job and a professional? See. Correct. So there is a, we can say like a code of ethics associated with the profession. It may not be so with the job. Anything else? Any other version? Okay. Job is anything which a person does for a sake that it gives some money to them. Okay. It need not be a trained version of a profession, or they need not need a special version of like what, meeting people, code of ethics, or like how to behave with the public or so for doing a job. Let us consider IT. Okay, IT is a profession, but there they are not dealing with the people. They are not coming in contact with the people, especially at different times of their lifetime on day-to-day basis. So they are dealing with the system, and they are dealing with computers with the long-term access and so on. And so they we not directly saying them as a professionals, but still by means of their training they are a professional, but they have a job. Similarly, if you take IAS officers, they are coming in contact with people on day-to-day basis, and they are addressing the concerns of the public. They are professionals. So the word, the distinctness between the job and the profession is not very clear. It is, you depend, we will be seeing in the next slide what are the exact prerequisites which by which a job become a profession, or why, what do you mean by the word professionalism is. Then the last one is service orientedness. What is service orientedness? Irrespective of the progress in the career, or irrespective of the monetary benefit we gain out of the career, those people who consider the medical profession as a noble service, it is something which God has bestowed upon us in our lifetime, that is to become a doctor. I have to use this bestowment only for doing service to the people. There are many people who are there in the recent history itself who has dedicated their lifetime, their earnings for the welfare of the people, and they are being, some are very much renowned among the public. Some have not got the attention of the public itself, but still they feel the joy of giving to the people. That is the third level of work, or the maximum level of work. So we can take the work only as a job or a career, or we can follow the second level, that is being a good professional, and third level is the service. We cannot force everyone to reach the third level. It is purely up to the individual choice. 2 years back, we had a chief guest who is a renowned medical oncologist, and who left his very big career in Chennai related to the medical oncology, and has gone to the tribal area to make their life better, to serve people in terms of medical oncology by few incidences which has happened in his life. Okay, so likewise few incidences may change us from opting the profession or going into the service aspect, or few like personal incidences which are related to our life may change our orientation towards the field of the healthcare profession, but it is optional. But more what we require is the second one, that is being a good professional. Whatever we are dealing in the foundation course is to make you a better professional right from the first day of MBBS. Okay, that is why we are having a proper foundation course of 15 days to teach you various aspects of this profession, and to make you a better professional. Now coming to the proper question, what does it mean to be a professional? Okay, so we will see one by one. It is be given by a famous educator named Abraham Flexner. Indeed, this entire medical education, that is first year anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, second year, third year and final year, this stratification is being developed by a report which has been proposed by Sir Abraham Flexner. He is one of the pioneer in the field of medical education, by whom the entire aspect of the teaching has changed. So what is he say? The work of a professional is primarily intellectual. We cannot deny that, because only if we have knowledge we can do a particular profession. Let us take a person who is like a driver. Only if he is having knowledge about the car, or if knows that is the driving skill, he can be able to drive a car. So that is intellectual plus skill. When coming into medical profession, it is more of an intellectual one and we cannot deny it. Second one, they exist to achieve societally defined goals rather than self-interest. What does this mean? What is a societally defined goal for a doctor? What do you mean by societally defined goal for a doctor? Anyone? Treat patients, okay then. Prevent the healthcare disease, that is, we cannot expect everyone to reach the catastrophe and then come to the hospital. Preventive, then treating and also rehabilitative, that is secondary rehabilitation for a person who has already occurred injury. But overall, we will be seeing in the further coming days also, like there is a role which has been specified by the government itself under the name of IMG, Indian Medical Graduate. There are 7 different roles which are prescribed by the Indian medical graduate, and these are the roles which we have to perform. These are indirectly the societally defined goals, okay, which the society expects out of us. We are training for 4.5 years and 1 year of internship. At the end of 5.5 years, this is what is expected out of us. That is the societally defined goal. Next one, the power of professionals, the power that the professional requires over other is this one key word. What is that called as? Trust. Trust is a very, very broad spectrum term. Imagine, for you don't know who am I, okay? You just know that I am a person who is working in JIPMER. Okay, I am taking this session for you. Again, you are listening for a period of, let us take half an hour or 40 minutes, and after that we are going to have a session. What makes you listen? What makes you listen? Why you feel that I have to listen to this person who is standing over here and talking to you? It is some amount of trust which the positional authority and also the environment has given on me, because of which I am able to deliver it on you. Similarly, whenever you are going to a doctor, you might not have seen the doctor before. You just know by name. You are going with the illness. You are expecting the doctor to hear what you say, to examine you, to suggest some test which, if at all it is required, and prescribe medications based upon that. You don't know, you might have asked some other people, but still you would not have the first hand experience of meeting the doctor and getting treated out of him or her. In that case, what determines you to allow, or what allows you to say your illness to that person and get treated? This is one component, that is trust. Only because of the trust, the doctor can be able to treat the patient to the fullest extent, and only because of the trust, the doctor grows over in the lifetime. That is the building of the patient base and so on. So This is one component which we have to work very, very sincerely. Even one bad incidents, let us take you are going to a doctor consecutively, but one time you feel that the doctor is exploiting me, or the doctor is giving unwanted test to me, or the doctor is prescribing something for his or her own benefit. Only by the mere feeling itself, you feel that, okay, can I go to another doctor for a second opinion? Can I go to the third doctor? Like that. Why? Because the trust chain has broken. Okay, so it is very important as a doctor to maintain the trust. For a teacher, it is very important to maintain the trust chain with the student. For an administrator, it is very important to maintain the trust chain with the stakeholders and so on. So, the entire medical community or a medical college is built by multiple chain links which are built upon trust. And if the trust collapses, things get shattered down very easily. So, as a doctor, to our maximum extent, we have to try to maintain the trust equation, because very easily the patient can think that the doctors work in the best interest of pharma companies, the doctor works in the best interest of hospitals, the doctor work in the best interest of his or her own benefit rather than my benefit. If in that case the patient tries to go for other options. Okay, today many people are going for alternative system of medicine. Why? Because the trust chain in allopathy, that is related to the proper modern healthcare system, is getting shaken at one point or other. Okay, then the last point is the professional place their client welfare over the self interest of him or her. Okay, so if you see the entire medical profession, it has been built over so many decades, or even we can say centuries. The one question which has not changed despite of many radical changes all across the world is that is the trust. Today, with the invent of, we have search engines, starting from the basic Google to advanced form. We have chatbots, artificial intelligence chatbot, and also large language modules. Information is available everywhere, but can you believe a chatbot giving you medications? Yes, people are trying out of it, but still you are not exactly believing on the chatbot. You are believing on a doctor for the information which need to be provided, or the medication which need to be provided. But people are still cross checking what the doctors are giving as in the form of medication in chat GPT and Google and so on. But still the final version need to come from the doctor, especially at time of emergency, or especially at time of a big catastrophe which a patient requires someone. The doctor only will be the first person who will come in front of her or him. Okay, so this is the very component. So we are entering into this zone, that is, till now you are being students, now you are entering into the zone of professionalism. So we should not behave, or we should not have the same tendency which we had during the time of a student. That is what we need to keep in mind. So let us take some snapshots from the contemporary media. You will be getting the news from all the sides. Recently, in last 10 days also, you would have heard that two cardiologists have died at a very young age. Also, there are multiple news channels reporting that doctors are having a huge burnout. The physicians' mental well-being is getting compromised due to various factors. What are the factors? We will discuss sometime later. But if you see over here, nearly 90% of the physicians report burnout since the outbreak of COVID-19. That was maximum. Now also it is there. And there was a survey which was conducted comparing why the physicians are having burnout. Interestingly, in this survey, they have not directly asked the physicians, do you have the signs of burnout? What is your mental well-being and all this thing? They have asked the peers, how much do you feel that the other person is burnt out or so, and see the results. So if you see over the result, under 35 age-wise classification, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, 55 to 64 and so on. If you see, majority are the same or worse. Very few feel that, especially in the young age, they feel that the other person is appearing better. But as the day goes, they feel that the other person is also having the signs of burnout. So eventually, what does this mean? This profession, despite at any point of time, is very prone to give you burnout like symptoms, or which can make us feel tired or so. But at any point of time, we should remember that the ultimate goal of the profession is to maintain ourselves, and how far we can be a good professional. That is our ultimate comparison. Our ultimate comparison with ourselves. It should not be with other goals which has been fixed by the other people in the society, by peers or so on. And what are the crises which will be in general faced by a doctor? These are the 4 classification of the ethical and moral crisis which will be faced by a doctor, very common basis. Number 1, hospitals can be giving you ethical or moral crisis. Not hospitals like JIPMER, because it's a central government institution, and not any government hospitals also. The problem with government hospital is the caseload and also the quantum of work. But when you ought to be in private enterprises or in private setups, one point is balancing the priority, profit and people. And doctors are the pivotal point between the hospital management and the people, which I should give priority. That is the first ethical crisis. Second one, struggling to maintain integrity. What do you mean by integrity? Integrity, again, like a trust, it is a broad 3-dimensional terminology. It encompasses many meanings. So an integral doctor should try to be integral, that is true to oneself, true to the profession, true to the society, that is people. This is called as integrity. Okay, so the doctor at many times will try to be integral, but at some time, due to pressure from outside or due to inadvertent situation, the doctor can compromise on his or integrity, and this may add to the guilt feeling or the regret feeling which the doctor has. The third one, moral crisis and also handling emotions. Handling emotions is a very component, because you are facing with life and death. We are facing with crippling and deformities. So this environment is not going to be filled with happy going people. It is not like a restaurant or a movie theater where we can see happy faces. Here we will be seeing anxious people. Here we will be seeing people who are agitated. Here we will be seeing the people who don't know what to be done. Here we will see people who are suffering from pain. Here we will be seeing from people whose children are struggling from a very catastrophic illness and so on. So handling this moral crisis is a very key important characteristic for a healthcare professionals. But unfortunately, unless we are very much emotionally bold, or until we are compassionate enough in handling the patients, we tend to get fatigue soon when we handle multiple people with a moral crisis. Okay, and the last one, lifestyle, workload, personal financial crisis also. Sometimes we may expect a lot out of the profession, but we may not get that much out of this profession. That is with obvious with any profession indeed. But still, this may add to the crisis. So all these factors are the factors which will add to the crisis or the ethical or moral crisis faced by doctor in the real life. But despite of all these things, okay, we have an opportunity which majority of the society are not having. Okay, Let us consider how many people wrote the NEET examination and how many people got selected in medical colleges. Out of those people, how many people got selected in institute of national importance, and in that how many people got opportunity to come and sit in the college or institution like JIPMER. So if you see, you are at the top rung of the pyramid. So in that you have got an opportunity which many people haven't got in their lifetime. Now we are entering into a something called figured world. What do you mean by figured world? You are entering a medical college. You will be having lot of hopes. You will be having lot of imaginations. This is how a college will be there. You will be having lot of like what, some uncertain feeling, but also excitement, lot of things like how a medical college used to be there. I have been in school and coaching center for this much time, and now I got into a medical college. So this is something which you are imagining how a medical college will be. That is called as a figured world. You are figuring out. This is characterized by various identities such as personal characteristics, socio-economic background, and so on. And finally, in medical college, after undergoing the course for 4.5 years and internship for 1 year, you will be having lot of processes, whichever has been mentioned over here. That is negotiation, acceptance, compromise, rejection, and so on. You learn from the people, like from the senior, from your junior, from faculty, from your postgraduate residents, and so on. And finally, at the end of 5.5 years, you will be coming with the mentality, okay, this is what I am. This is what I want to do. This is what I am interested in. This is what kind of doctor I should be. That is the final resultant. So the process which takes place from the entry into a medical college till you are entering or exiting out of the MBBS, that is called as the figured world transition zone. And this sort of ceremony, that is white coat ceremony, is to make you remember the purpose. These are called ceremonies and ritualization, which makes you remember the ultimate purpose which is expected out of healthcare profession. So just to mention over here, what is the purpose or what is the history of white coat ceremony? This concept was developed by a famous educator, Canadian based. Her name is Dr. Arnold P. Gold. What is the basis? When a student enters into a medical college, as I have mentioned in the previous slide, they may be having various ambitions. They may be having various dreams, pursuits, etc. But upon donning the white coat, it makes them have a humanistic feeling, or it is to make them feel the humanistic value of the medicine. So what they have done, they in this ceremony, they have called the faculty who are from various like phases of their life, and these faculty have crossed a substantial number of years in the medical college. As a process of invocation, that is welcoming you to the MBBS stream, the doctors will make you wear the white coat. That is called donning the white coat. By that, it means that they are also welcoming you to be the part of the family which they belong to, or the stream which they belong to, and also make you to feel the humanistic value of the medical education. So it is to make one remain regarding the obligations they have towards the profession and also to the patients whom we are going to take care of. This is the white coat ceremony. Okay, and Dr. Gold believed that it is very important for the future healthcare professionals that the central core of the medical profession is compassion and empathy. More than being knowledgeful, more than being skillful, more than being a very good person who has lot of other skills for surviving, that is business oriented skills or whatsoever it may be. The central core of which that is the person is compassion and empathy. Let us take at the fag end of your career. Today you are beginning your career at your 17 or 18 years. At the fag end of your career, if you are retrospecting and see, today will be an important day, because today is the day which you have joined the first year in MBBS. If you ask me, I also remember the day in which I have joined the first year of MBBS, and if you ask anyone also, they will still remember the days in which the first day they went into a medical college and sat in a similar seat. And at the same time, what kind of life or what kind of profession we have served for these many years, what kind of name I have among the public or the students or my peers, what have I achieved by serving so many years, that will only remain at the time of our retirement or death, whatsoever it may be. All other things, okay, all other recognitions, achievements, money, everything are secondary, transient. Obviously you can get all these things, but finally if you retrospect and then remember, this day will be remembering and what kind of journey which you have traveled in across the healthcare profession, that will be there in our mind. So first of all, I wish to congratulate for clearing the need, because you have pursued a very long course, you have read for so many years, and you have cracked the toughest examination of the past 3 years, that is the NEET examination, and because of the marks which you have scored, you have got admission over here. And now the new journey will begin. So in this new journey, we have to take a different role, and in the different role, though we are all the student, though in the entire first year we are not going to be in direct contact with the patient, it is very very important to remember this thing. White coat, whenever we are wearing, it is like, see, if you are going across a place, you are seeing a person with a white coat, you might not know his name or her name, you might not know what he is studying, or you might not know whether he is a doctor or like a which MBBS student or whether a postgraduate student, but still you feel that okay, this person can help me out, or this person like may be of some help to me or other. That is the value of the white coat. If a person sits with the white coat, the opposite person who is there automatically develops some trust on him, and at the same time they also feel that this person is trustworthy and this person is of some value compared to the other people. That is the purpose or objective of white coat. So it helps you cross the temporal and physical boundaries from wherever you were before into the world of thinking and practicing medicine. So we will see that subsequently. So just I want to share the story behind the white coat, because the white coat is not something which has been there for centuries together, especially in 18th century or so. It is something which has been developed bit recently. So what is a white coat? See the picture over here. A group of doctors wearing a white coat, they are treating a person. So upon seeing that itself, we can come to know that these are doctors and the person who is lying is a patient. Okay, but this was not there before. We are going into a era called the black era. Until about 1900, okay, that is 1900 AD, the physicians tend to wear black color. It is like they will be wearing the coat suit with the black. Okay, that is the standard dress code which was followed by the doctors. Why? Because at the time in the Western countries, the black attire with the coat is considered as a serious one, and the person's interaction is a very formal one. Okay, you can't imagine a person wearing a black attire and a black coat and then sitting and cracking jokes or talking unwittingly in a witty manner. Okay, they are automatically need to be serious and formal. Okay, why we are insisting upon dress code? It is because of that sole relation. When we are when we are following a dress code, automatically we feel formal. Our interaction will be formal. We don't tend to be casual. Okay. Then additional responsibility is that at the time, that is around 1900, before the advent of antibiotics, before the advent of anesthesia for surgeries, before the advent of many critical medicines which are available today, the doctor will be the more or less the last person whom the person visits just before the death. So it was considered like whenever a person goes and meets the doctor, or when the doctor comes to the home to meet a person, the person is eventually going to die, because the doctor cannot save him. He or she is just going to sit and watch the patient passing very easily. So this is the last resort frequently before the death. And the encounter with a physician was hugely considered as a worthless affair. If you see the history, we usually study the history only by the paintings which are available with us. This is one of the painting which was given by Luke Fills, and here you can see a doctor. He is sitting and observing a ailing child. So what you can mean by this? The doctor has no hope that the child will survive, and similarly the doctor doesn't have much measures also to save the child. So only way which the doctor can do is, okay, try to manage the child till the child is going to die naturally, and that is the last resort of the child, or the last days of the child spent under the observation of a doctor. So this is the meaning of painting which can be inferred. Okay, but at the same time the change happened. Okay, what was the change? At the time, the lab scientists were the persons who used to wear the white coat. Till now, laboratory based scientists are wearing the white coat, and all the laboratory practices should be done only with the white coat. Why? They have a meaning that whenever they are in the process of discovering something, wearing a white is a sign for that. So lab scientists wore the white. Physicians want to represent themselves, that is, they are more of a scientist rather than passive observer, because many new discoveries in the field of medicine were happening at that time. So the physicians represented themselves as scientists, and they adopted the white color dress code from the lab scientists. So it means that they are also involved in the process of research and discovering things which can be of help to the patients. So this dress code was adopted. The physicians began to wear the most recognizable symbol till now, that is the white coat, from 1889 AD, and sometimes the lab coats which was originally beige colored also, they changed into the white color, and the modern white coat was introduced in Canada by Dr. George Armstrong, and it was modified as a white coat ceremony, what you have observed. See these two pictures. This first picture was drawn in 1875. The title is The Gross Clinic. What you can infer here? The doctors are wearing black color coat. So, and the process of dissection is also being done. The same Thomas Aikins brought another one picture in 1889. It is the Agnew Clinic. What is the change? White. So this is the transition period when black became white, and the same process of dissection was modified also, because there was parallel discovery happening in the field of anatomy at that time. So you can see over here, these are the glimpses from the history where the doctors along with the group of trainee physicians also were wearing the white color coat. And here also you can see the doctors are observing the process of dissection and also the surgery, and at the same time they were wearing the white color. Why we are going into white color? Why not a different color? Because white represents purity. What does this mean? The physician's reminder, it should be a reminder that physicians should have a commitment to not harm any patient, okay, or anyone. There is a dictum in the field of medicine. If you are able to do good, it's okay, you can do. But if you are able to do something bad to a patient, you should not do, never do at all. So our ultimate authority should be not doing anything bad to the person, and the next should be, if at all possible, doing good. Then second one, it represents goodness. If you see the portraits belonging to any religion all across the world, majority of the god will be wearing white color attire, okay, starting from Hinduism, Christianity, Muslim, Jews, anywhere the gods are represented in white color, which means the goodness. So the white coat means goodness also in similar sense. Third thing, cleanliness and sense of integrity, okay. White stands for cleanliness, which means that the physician should not be corrupted or bad, and at the same time we should have the onus of being integral when we are wearing the white coat. Next thing, white coat symbolizes the seriousness of purpose. Again, as I have mean, black is a symbolization of seriousness in a different meaning. It is more of a formal one, like for meeting, for presentations, the people will be wearing black color. But white is also a seriousness of a purpose, but it means a little bit sort of a better informal one compared to the black. So here it means the seriousness of a person, and it serves as a symbolic barrier to maintain a professional distance between a physician and a patient, okay. After you are consulting a patient, you can't wear the coat and go and have a tea or a snacks. We should remove the coat and only go, because when we wear the coat and then ultimately we have some feeling that we should not do that. It will stop by itself. That is how the white coat is serious when compared to the other colors. And last one, white coat is a sign of compassion. Whenever in the physician patient interaction, we should feel the element of compassion while we are wearing the white coat. And last one, it remains the physicians of their professional duties, okay. It is a remainder of professional duties.
Okay, all of you get up once. All of you get up once. Okay, get up once. All of you got up. Okay, just stretch your what do you call, hands up, totally up, fully. Now stand on your toes. Do it 5 times. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Do it 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. Okay, one more 5 times. Another set of 5 times. Keep doing. Keep doing. Keep doing. Fast. A little faster. Yeah. Okay. Feeling better? Yeah. Sit down. Because there is a heart in the legs, the gastrosoleus. There are some muscles in the calf of your legs which acts as something like a peripheral heart, which pumps blood back towards the heart. Okay. Fine. So, like I had explained earlier in the day, these two, we'll start with these 2 columns. So you'll start from there in a row. You'll go. You'll come up here. You'll go through that door. Come here. So you'll say good afternoon. Say your name, maybe where you are from. Okay. And then teacher will be there. Okay, so they'll help you don the white coat. So keep it ready, unbutton the coats. Okay, unbutton the coats and keep it ready. Okay, so there is a video also which is happening. We will send the link of it after editing. So pose, once you come here, pose towards the camera. Okay, is that fine? For these two columns, it will be like that. They'll go through that door, come here, and then they will get down, and then without disturbing the view of the camera. That is the reason I am asking you to. So whoever comes out also should not come through this aisle. They should come out only through the other aisle. Understood? Nobody should come in this aisle. Clear? Okay. For these two columns, once the column 1 and 2 gets over, you'll come here. Okay. Same way, you'll go here, pose, and go through that door, come back and go through this aisle or that aisle for that column for that matter. Okay. Not through this aisle and not in the front. Is that clear? Everyone understood? Okay. So Dr. Karthik, can you come forward, please? So Dr. Karthik is faculty in physiology, so you'll be seeing him very often. So after you wear, after it's worn, while coming down, please button your coats and then come back and be seated here. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Anirudh Bhumakannan from Bangalore.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Pranil Munshi from Delhi NCR.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Devashish Sharma from Bangalore.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Harshit Ginotra from Bangalore.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Prathamesh Kulkarni from Mumbai.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Valli Devasena from Hyderabad.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Samir V. Murthy and I'm from Bangalore, Karnataka.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sri Ashnidhi from Puducherry.
Thank you, Dr. Karthik. So now I invite Dr. Ilamurugan, who is Additional Professor of Surgery and Associate Dean Academic.
I'm Shrihan KS and I'm from Puducherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sanjay and I'm from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, all. I'm Vaishnavi from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, all. I am Meghna from Guntur.
Good afternoon, all. I'm Roshni from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself Shreya Rawat, and I'm from Pondicherry. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Vaishnavi from Krishnagiri.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Varun Siddhabagaudur, and I am from Karnataka.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shreyas from Karnataka.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Sai Shravan Pandit from Haveri, Karnataka.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself Tirumurugarajan from Puducherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Suchit Prasad from Karnataka.
Good afternoon, I'm Tejeshwar from Chennai.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Santosh Raj from Puducherry.
Thank you, Dr. Ilamurugan. Now I invite Dr. Dharmaraj from the Department of Anatomy.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Siddheshwar from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Srujan from Karnataka.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Siddharth Sasikumar. I'm from Bangalore.
Good afternoon, I'm Rohit from Kadalur.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ram Ganesh from Chennai.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shayan Abdurrahim from Chennai.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sadhana Shri from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Vandana Reddy from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, I'm Sanjay Guru from Tamil Nadu.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Varun from Bangalore.
Good afternoon, I'm Venkat Abhinay from Hyderabad.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Sohail from Andhra Pradesh.
Good afternoon, my name is Disney from Hyderabad.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Someshwar from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, one and all. I am Govardhan. I came from Andhra Pradesh.
Good afternoon, I'm Sanjana from Bangalore.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Saiti from Andhra Pradesh.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rohan Jagannathan from Chennai.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sanjay Sagar from Chennai.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am T. Harshit from Tirupati.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Parth Humar from Vadodara, Gujarat.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Mohit A.S. from Puducherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Pranav from Tirunelveli.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shanan from Hyderabad.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sriram from Nellore, Andhra Pradesh.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am S. Pregneshwar Rao from Hyderabad.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Yuvraj from Andhra Pradesh.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Pratikya from Krishnagiri, Tamil Nadu.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Prabina Bishwal from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nidhi. I am from Kurg, Karnataka.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jaydeep. I am from Vizag.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Sai Chiran from Kadapa, Andhra Pradesh.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Yogesh Karthik from Nellore.
Greetings to everyone. I am Naveen Jayvel from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rakshita from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Nagamaniswani Shiva from Hyderabad.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Janvi from Odisha.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Prashant from Puducherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Nitin from Madurai.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ram Prasad and I am from Puducherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nishant Gajendra Prasad from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Mohammad Arshad from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, all. I am Prithvirajan from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Tulsi Bhargav from Visakhapatnam.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rakesh from Dharmapuri, Tamil Nadu.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Prahadish Chandrasekhar from Dharmaburi, Tamil Nadu.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Likith from Hyderabad.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I invite Dr. Sendil from the Department of Biochemistry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Akhil from Kurnool, Andhra Pradesh.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Maheshwar from Yanam.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Geeta Charan from Elur, Andhra Pradesh.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself Nandabalan from Pondi.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm B. Manigandan from Karaikal.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Trivikram from AP.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Sai Divyan from Telangana.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Harshit from Hyderabad.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Hansika from Andhra Pradesh.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Yashashwini from Andhra Pradesh.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Piyusha from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Puducherry from Theni, Tamil Nadu.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mahati from Karaikal, Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Srinidhi from Vizag.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Vasima from Andhra Pradesh.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Manaswini from Andhra Pradesh.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Marianne from Bangalore.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Hema Sagarika from Kurnool, Andhra Pradesh.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Kamini Lavan from Perambalur, Tamil Nadu.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Utkarsha Haringre from Sangli, Maharashtra.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Harini Sriram from Bangalore, Karnataka.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Karthik from Bangalore, Karnataka.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Gogul from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Kaushik from Puducherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Saipan from Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Tarun from Pondicherry.
Thank you, Dr. Sendil. Now I invite Dr. Nandisha from the Department of Biochemistry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Jay Gunadhan from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Gautam from Bangalore.
afternoon, everyone. I am Sriram Yadav from Vijayawada, AP.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is K. Tridalvardhan. I am from Hyderabad.
I'm Kaushik. I'm from Puducherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Jashwant CS from Krishnagiri.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Krishna from Karnataka.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Digant from Bangalore.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Krishang from Bangalore.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Harish Raj from Bangalore.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Gautam and I'm from Kerala.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fauzi Nazir and I am from Kerala.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Diroshan and I'm from Bangalore.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am A.M. Anagha and I am from Hyderabad, Telangana.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Kirti Kirana and I am from Karnataka.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Kirtana from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Harshini from Puducherry.
Good afternoon, I am Jayaswa from Tamil Nadu.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Dashwin, coming from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Jaganivasan from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Hemish Kumar from Pondicherry.
Come to the center. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Dr. Rakhi Biswas. She is an additional professor of microbiology and associate dean.
Thank you, Dr. Madhusudan.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Kevin Samuel from Chennai.
Good afternoon all. I am Kailesh Kiran from Kallakurchi, Tamil Nadu.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Galili Gyan Sandeep from Hyderabad, Telangana.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Jaishwant KJ from Chennai, Tamil Nadu.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself Akshit from Telangana.
Good evening, everyone. I am Ganesamani from Dindukal, Tamil Nadu.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Hitesh Varshan from Tamil Nadu.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rishikesh from Hyderabad.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Sadish Chandra from Kurnool, Andhra Pradesh.
Can we see more energy? More energy from students? Can we see more energy from students? Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm K.S. Ritik Vijayaraja from Tirupur, Tamil Nadu.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Suryacharan from Andhra Pradesh.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am KV Anirudh from Dharmaburi, Tamil Nadu.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Abhinesh Kumar from Thiruvarur, Tamil Nadu.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chaitanya from Bengaluru.
Thank you, ma'am. I invite Dr. Nivetha Nanda from the Department of Biochemistry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Charan Gowda from Bengaluru.
Good afternoon, all. I am Adul S. Anil from Kerala.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself Jagadish from Hyderabad.
Good afternoon, all. I am Astosh from Hyderabad.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Brahmani from Hyderabad.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Angeline from Puducherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Aarti from Puducherry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Bakya from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, myself Bradishwaran from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, I am Adityan from Puducherry.
Good afternoon all. This is Abhinash from Puducherry.
Good afternoon, this is Ashwin Karthik from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, this is Avantika Subhash and I'm from Chennai.
Good afternoon to all of you gathered here. I'm Aisha from Madurai, Tamil Nadu.
Thank you, Dr. Nivedita. May I invite Dr. Dinesh Kumar from the Department of Anatomy.
Good afternoon, I'm Arman from Pondicherry.
Good afternoon, I am Charan Kumar from Kadalur.
Good afternoon everyone, I am N. Aditya from Kanchipuram.
Good afternoon, I'm Abneet from Salem, Tamil Nadu.
Good afternoon, I am Adityan from Puducherry.
Good afternoon to everyone. I am Banath Pamji and I am from Telangana state.
Good afternoon everyone, I am Janvesh, I am from Telangana.
Aditya from Bengal.
Thank you, Dr. Dinesh.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Christo Prince from Tamil Nadu.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ashwin from Chennai.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Bhagat Priyan from Chennai.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Balaji Tejas from Bengaluru, Karnataka.
Good evening, everyone. I am Aditya Nandan from Kerala.
Good evening, everyone. I am Ashwin Babu from Kerala.
Good evening, everyone. I am Jiyad from Kerala.
Okay, so we are coming to the end of the session. Just I want you to start practice. This is called as reflective writing. Reflective writing is more sort of a diary writing or like a journaling. Okay, so it is a structured thinking process where we are converting the thoughts into words and we are documenting the words. You can have a look at it like in your future or like sometime later in your life or at any point, like, but this is the first day of your MBBS and this is a different phase of your life. So we are going to start this process of that is called reflective writing. You will be trained how to do a reflective writing in due course at the foundation course itself, and at the same time you will be asked to do the reflective writing in a structural process in the due course of time. But today just note down these two questions, and once you reach your hostel or your home, try to spend few minutes, think and convert it into words and try to write down in a piece of paper and keep it for your memory. Okay, this is an important documentation which will be there with you for your entire lifetime. So this is the first question. What do you feel upon wearing the white coat for the first time in a medical college? You would have worn the white coat in your chemistry lab in your 11th or 12th standard, but you are wearing the white coat for the first time in a medical college, that too after some like white coat ceremony, and morning you had an invocation program. So what do you feel? You can describe it as like in a verb, like I feel dash. After that you can try to expand that and you write 3 to 4 lines, and if possible you can write after that some 8 lines. So this is a basic format. First you write in the form of a verb, this is my feeling and this is what I am thinking about this, and finally this all my from my childhood, this is my dream or whatsoever, you can write some few lines. So this is probe question number 1. Probe question means it is like a seed question or an idea which makes you think about a particular process, and that process you have to convert into words and you have to document the words. Okay, this is called reflective writing. There is a structured way of reflective writing. We will be teaching you subsequently. Okay. Then the next question is, okay, what are the reasons, any two, you decided to pursue a career in medicine? What made you think so? This question, we used to have an interactive session like some 2 years back in the white coat ceremony itself. We used to hear lot of interesting stories from the students, like these are the incidences which has happened in our lifetime, and because of this I have decided to pursue a career in medicine. Some may not have an history at all. You may be getting inspired from your parent or your grandparent or a doctor who is in your relative circle or a doctor whom you have consulted or a doctor in your relative neighboring area, many things. So based upon this, I got inspired to practice a career in medicine. What is the reason? It can be other way also, like I want to get settled well in life, and because of that I chose a career in medicine. Yes, you are free to write in that sense as well. So what are the reasons you decided to pursue a career in medicine? What made you think so? Or like previously we used to have another question also. Just to ponder over and write 2 characteristics you wish to see in a doctor and 2 characteristics which you don't want to see in a doctor. Now, this can also be used as a reflective writing. 2 characteristics, good and bad. Okay, and finally, how do you think you can contribute to the society by being a doctor? This is question number 3. So these 3 questions, try to spend some 10 minutes to 15 minutes for each of the question. Try to write in a sheet of paper and keep it for yourself. Take a photograph and keep it for yourself. Okay, this will be a memory for your lifetime. So first one, what is the feeling upon wearing the white coat for the first time in a medical college? Question number 2, what are the reasons for pursuing a career in medicine? And the third one, how do you think you can contribute to the society by being a doctor? Alternatively, name 2 good characteristics and 2 bad characteristics which you want to see and which you don't want to see in a doctor. So with this, we are coming to the end of the first day of the orientation program. From tomorrow, you will be having other sessions in the orientation program. Thank you for your patient listening. Good evening. Thank you. So, now we call upon Dr. Madhusudan to give further instructions.
Thank you, Dr. Dinesh. So at the end of the day, this reflection is very important. Actually, learning happens only when we reflect on what happened. Okay, so that is how we learn. Normally, in life we learn only when we reflect on. Either it could be a mistake, it could be something we achieved. Only when we give some time for reflection, it happens. So reflection is very important. This is like for white coat ceremony. He has said there is a reflection that you should write and keep it safely for you to see it later. We also have a reflection to be done at the end of every day for the next 2 weeks. Okay, so that is mandatory, and there is one more program evaluation questionnaire also will be there. That is anonymous. I mean, this one, like the what you call the reflections part, is mandatory. Okay, so that accounts for your attendance as well. Although you have signed all that, your attendance is complete. The signatures that you sign on the sheets, as well as the reflections that you write at the end of the day. Okay. You write, you can also learn online how to write a reflection. Okay, there will be so many articles you will find. Learn how to write a reflection and then write it. And then we'll discuss how the reflections were written also. I will tell you like if those were right or they could be changed. Okay. So from now onwards, feel proud to wear your white coat all the time. Okay, all the time. And when you are wearing it, wear it buttoned, not like loose. Okay, so it should be always be buttoned, so it looks professional. If you leave it loose, it's mostly like Rajnikant, doing a stylish thing. That is okay. You do it outside the campus, we don't have a problem. You post here, there, we don't have a problem. But when you're in a class or in hospital areas, wear it in a professional manner.